Hi, everybody. This is Amanda with Sugar Bees Gifts Decor and More here in Powder Springs, Georgia. I want to come to you today with my first of hopefully many tutorials uh, or informational videos, whatever you want to call them. It's been slow here lately. I guess everybody's on vacation and really don't need any shirts designed or embroidered. Um, so I've been watching a lot of tutorials here lately on YouTube about um, vinyl design or a vinyl business in general. Um, and it seems to be that a lot of people have the same question, or I see the question repetitively on other people's tutorials. How do I find the center of my shirt um, when I'm about to place my vinyl? And the ongoing response seems to be use the shirt ruler, use a T ruler. And I'm not downing that, but I know when I was starting up, I couldn't afford all those extra things, and some of those rulers can get really expensive. The little bit of training I had in a small boutique here still didn't teach me how to do that. I don't even know why I brought that up. But I have the simplest way to show you how to do this. If I'm doing a full chest, I'll use a ruler to measure down for my collar. The ruler I use, I think, was mine or my husband's from elementary school. And to mark my placement, if I'm, like, again, if I'm doing a full chest and I want to measure down for my collar so it's not way up here, I'll either use a water soluble pencil. I think they call it a tailor's pencil. It's used for sewing. Or I'll use a piece of I forget the name of it. It's heat tape. And I'll show you both of those. But first, let's get right to it, and I'll show you how to easily find the center of your shirt, whether you're doing the front, whether you're doing the back, without all these expensive rulers. Let me grab a shirt right here. I got it on the press. I've already done this shirt, so please forgive me. So I'll try to show you on the front. All you do is take your seams. These are the shoulder seams. Take these seams, fold your shirt in half, line those seams up. You can check yourself by making sure your sleeve to shoulder seams line up, your cross to shoulder seams line up, and your collar seams line up. Go down the shirt and double check yourself all the way down, just to make sure everything is folded in half equally. And then you're going to press your shirt while it's folded. And once you do that, you're going to have this nice crisp line down the very center of your shirt. That's going to give you the most accurate center that you can find every time. And this is really great for, say the shirt's irregular. And I know some people will go by this garment tag. I've had probably 3 or 4 here recently, and not to say anything against Gildan, but that tag has been probably about a half an inch to an inch off. So there would be no way that you could accurately line up your design using that tag. But if you use the method I just showed you, and I'm not saying that my is the Inval shirt, whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying my way to do it is the right way to do it. That's the easiest way I found to do it. And it's worked for me every time. Your shirts will always be perfectly centered. Now, like I was talking about, you're doing a full front or full back. Now, on the front, what I do, let me grab my ruler. I guess I should have been a little bit more prepared. What I do, I'm doing just a hypothetical. I'm doing a full shirt, full front design. Well, of course, you don't want it to start up here. That just would not look great. What I do, take my little wooden school ruler here. I think this may have been my husband's. I know it's old as the hills. I measure 3 inches down from this very bottom stitch on my collar. So I start from this very bottom stitch, line my ruler up with the crisp middle seam that I've placed on there. I measure 3 inches down, and I'll either use my water soluble pencil, and I'm pretty sure I got it at either Joann's or Hobby Lobby because we don't have much to choose from around here, and mark my 3 inches down. And that's where the top of your design is going to be placed. If you don't have a water soluble pencil, you could use a piece of chalk. I think they make Taylor's chalk, or you could just use your kids' sidewalk chalk. Another thing I use sometimes, if I can't find my pencil, because this little joker's hard to keep up with, this is called thermal tape. I think I paid $8 for this roll, and it will last me forever. Now, I did have to pay a little bit more for the dispenser, but if you're starting out, who cares? I've only had this for probably about a week because it took me forever to find it. So I just had the roll laying around, cut off what I needed. But like I said, you don't have to have this. You don't have to have this ruler to measure your 3 inches down. You can do 3 fingers wide. That would be this pretty much the same amount. You don't have to have the pencil. You don't have to have any of that. But you know, it just helps when you try to make your shirts look a little bit better. But still, this stuff is not as expensive. I mean, like I said, in placement of the pencil, you could use a piece of chalk that you had laying around the house. Like I said, this ruler came from me or my husband from when we were in elementary school. I can't remember who. And if you're trying to find, let's say you're doing a full back, like I've done here. And this rule applies to any size shirt that I found. I haven't so far contradicted myself. But what I do, you know, you can feel the front of the collar through the back of the shirt. So when I lay it on my heat press, I'm going to find the front of that collar. I'm going to feel for it. And wherever that ends, that's where I'm going to start my design. Now this one was a little bit hokey with the ears, so I wanted to come down a little bit more, and I was thinking about putting some wordage across the top, but I decided against it. So, but that's how I usually start my design. It just looks better, especially on a girl with long hair or even shoulder length hair. They don't want to buy a shirt and it's always going to be covered up by their hair. So that's just my rule of thumb. Like I said, none of this that I'm telling you is it's set in stone. You do not have to do it my way. It's just things I found that make life a whole lot easier, and make your shirts look a whole lot better. So that's just what I do. And say you're doing, and I know I'm getting long-winded off here, but I'll tell you one more thing before I go. Usually the proper etiquette or proper placement etiquette, if you're doing a men's shirt, and you know, this is, say I'm wearing the shirt, the logo is going to be on the right hand side of the shirt. It's going to be on the right hand side of the person's chest. If it's for a female, then it's going to be on the left hand side, as you can see here. So say you're doing a logo like I have on my shirt here. I'll just use my shirt. Excuse the chubbiness. But a lady that owns an embroidery business here locally, and she does vinyl as well, showed me how to do this. What you do is follow, excuse me, she takes her ruler and measures from the 0 mark at the shoulder seam of her shirt where it meets your collar. So right there, where that shoulder seam meets your collar seam, she takes her ruler on the 0 mark and measures straight down 7 inches. Now when you're doing vinyl, on that 7-inch mark, that's going to be the top that will be the top left corner of your design. So when she measures 7 inches down, it's going to hit right exactly where you want it to be, and you're going to take the top left corner of your vinyl design and place it on that mark, and your designs will be centered every time. Well, no, I can't say much for Walmart here. I got this shirt at Walmart a couple years ago, and it doesn't look to be placed right. Looks a little high, but you got to take into account, you know, some women are more voluptuous than others, so you want to make sure that it's not placed too low and that it's not placed up on their shoulders. So, like I said, that's just the way I do things. It's made things a lot simpler for me. It's made my shirts look a lot better. Placement always comes out very nice and equal and level. You don't have to do it that way. But hopefully I'll be coming back to you with more videos. If you have any questions or any ideas for more videos, I'd love for you to put them down in the comments. And I'm open to criticism, good or bad. I've got a thick skin. There's not too much that's going to hurt my feelings. But, you know, if you get a little bit too rough, I can't say that won't hurt your feelings back. But I'm just kidding. Like I said, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. And you share if you like. But I hope I've helped somebody out there today to make your life running your vinyl business a little bit more easier. I just adopted doing this way myself. As far as finding the center, I've had help doing other things. You know, watch these videos on YouTube. Get those helpful hints. I mean, I haven't been doing this for years and years, but I still find something new to learn every day doing vinyl or embroidery. There's always some new, either something new to add to your repertoire or your portfolio, or there's some easier way of doing things. Just constantly check back. But like I said, if you could think of anything you would like to ask me to do, if I can find any way in my power to show you how to do it, I sure will. If there's any way I could improve on these videos. Right now I'm recording from my phone. I tried to do it with my DSLR camera and the lighting didn't turn out too well. I am in my basement. I do run my business out of my home. And if you're looking to start your own business, I enjoy it. I get up, take a shower, take my kid to school, come back home, work. Everything's convenient here. I don't have to worry about paying for a storefront. You've got to pay for some place to live. So I already do that. So I don't have to worry about paying out that overhead for a building and pay for utilities and all that. I don't have to worry about that. So, but like I said, if there's a video you want to see or a question or concern or comment, just leave it down below in the comment section. If you'd like to stop by my page and check out some of the work I've done, my site is still in the works. I am still on Facebook. I don't really have the urge right now to build another page or pay for a domain name. So as long as Facebook makes it free, I'll continue to advertise and sell all my designs on Facebook. And that page is www.facebook.com/SugarBeeGifts. And I'm glad y'all stopped by today. Hopefully I've helped somebody out today. I pray that I have. But hope to hear back from you soon. And have a great day. Bye-bye.